my first reaction to the divorce to the separation was to try and get her back.
Right. And I think that's the as was mine. And
Yeah.
I think that's the gut instinct for most of us.
I'd pretty much, painted a picture of what I wanted our life to be like.
Right.
And apparently she didn't share that picture.
Right. At least not at that point. Right. Yeah. And I can remember my ex-husband saying, well, we just want different things. We have different interests. And,
yeah,
and it was kind of weird for me because it's like, really? Well, we
want different things. That's that's a typical line, right?
Yeah. We want different things. And it's like, really?
You want family and kids, and I want to have sex with multiple women.
Right. I guess we did want different things.
Yeah, those are different things.
Those are very different things. You're right. But, it was so weird to me because it's like, really, one of the things he said is I've been unhappy for a while and all this. And I thought, well, then, who was it that was building this life with me? Like,
yeah, who is this guy?
Seemed to me like we were both building the same life. And now suddenly you're unhappy with the life that we built. So it was just very devastating. And I did feel a lot of despair and a lot of, you feel like you will never, have a happy marriage again. You feel like you'll never, a lot of people do have to move out of their homes, sell their homes. You had to do that.
I'd sell my house. Yeah.
You're in that state where it's the opposite of that. And you're feeling that despair and you're feeling so hopeless. But actually, it's a renewal of an opportunity for that type of new beginning again.
Right. I forget where I heard this, but isn't the Chinese word for crisis opportunity or something like that?
Something like that. Seems like I have some recollection
yeah,
of
we'd
that
have
recently
to.
too.
Yeah, if you're listening at home, just Google that because I don't know what the source of it is, but in some language. Some foreign language, the word for crisis is opportunity, or the word for opportunity is crisis.
Something like
that.
If you know, maybe you can comment on this episode and tell us.
Every crisis is an opportunity.
Right.
And this is a big, fatty crisis.
It is. And so therefore it's also a big, fatty opportunity.
Correct.
But when you start into this, when the initial shock happens and the initial jolt, as you put it, happens, it's hard to see that opportunity that's coming a little bit down the road. It's hard to have hope and to see that because you're so covered in the clouds of despair.
Right.
Right.
And hope is really what the human soul feeds on. It's the food.
Right.
It's why we worship. It's why we look at if when you don't have any hope for the future, your life is dull and painful.
Right.
For me, part of my dream, part of my new life after divorce was raising the kids. They were very young when we started. They were 18 months and 2.5. And I've always wanted to be a father.
Right.
So that was part of my thing.
Right.
And we created this step family and all of this. But in order to, especially in the beginning, in order to focus on that life, I had to cut off that life.
Right.
The other
You have to cut off the old life to focus on the new life.
Right.
Right.
You got to start making new memories.
Right.
I have thousands of snapshots,
right?
Which is cool. I mean, in the age of cell phones, it used to be you had to take the film down to the
we remember the day
2,000 years ago. We used to have to draw things by hand.
You had to sit and sketch the picture, of what you were doing. Yeah,
but you just take. I just always remember to snap like at Thanksgiving. I thought, oh, I got to get some pictures. And you got to build those memories, because that's really what makes a house a home.
Right.
Not, you know, not the building,
Right.
not even the color of the walls or the number of bedrooms or whether I have a great room where I can entertain.
Right.
But it's all about, you know, and we've made this little step family. It's really cute. And we've got Kevin and Dalton here today. That's Tammy's kids, producing the podcast.
Yep.
And I'm here, and this is my ex-wife's time for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So my kids are there, and I try not to interfere too much in what she's doing. I try to let them have their holiday.
Right.
And then, you know, we're going to get together at Christmas. We're going to make that special, and those memories are going to last forever, for life.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's kind of funny because, you know, we've made the trip to Idaho quite a bit. Obviously, at this point, my one son has lived here for 4 or 5 years now, and so we've made this trip. And my oldest granddaughter happens to have been born around the Thanksgiving time frame, so we're always here for Thanksgiving and her birthday for the last 4 years. Even when we have the teenagers, Thomas's teenagers, we bring them with us. So there was a part of them that was kind of like, oh, I'm glad I'm not here for Thanksgiving because I don't want to go to Idaho, you know, kind of thing. But I think as we got on the trip, you know, Thomas took a couple pictures and he sent a couple things to them, not to, you know, just to kind of have a little, you know, connection and let them know he was missing them and all that kind of stuff. And in their own way, I think they both were kind of feeling like, oh, they're on a road trip without us, you know. Yeah. That's kind of become one of our things that we do as a family together with his kids. So
yeah.
So get excited about your new beginning. You know, try to get focused on that. It's like the longer you're focused on the ashes of your old life and try to clean up that, the longer it's going to take you to move into excitement about your new life, which is, this is sort of, you know, I always said the divorce was kind of like a clean slate.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a little baggage. I got the kids with me and all that. And
just
so
a little.
Yeah. So it looked a little different, but a couple dogs, you know, some things like that. But it is really a new beginning. And for you to be able to have the opportunity to create the life, you know, that you want. I mean, for me, you know, I've talked about the business that we have and the coaching and all the things that I do. That's all stuff that I could have never dreamed I would have had the opportunity to do in my previous life. And so you can
enjoy the journey, for heaven's sake.
Right. And you can be intentional now that you're not 20 something usually, and you're you know, you're a little older, a little wiser, you've had some experience, and you can really sort of make decisions that create the opportunities that you want.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All
right. So if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button below so that you see more episodes.
Although don't hit it too hard, you'll break your device.
Yeah, just click it. Click. That's all you need to do. All right. And subscribe to the channel so that you get notices of, you know, you like my sound effects, do you? So hit the subscribe button so you get notices as the new episodes release each week. And if you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify or one of the podcast players, please be sure to rate and review us and also subscribe so that you get notified as new episodes come out each week. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.